Thanks for everybody for being here. You know, the obvious reaction for me is is disappointment in the decision I had to make yesterday in making the coaching change. I have nothing but respect and utmost appreciation for Jim Montgomery as a hockey coach, as a person. The infusion of positive reinforcement that Monty brought to the organization from day one, resonated. In a historic season, fell short of a goal, went back to work the next year with significant change, and he's going to be a good NHL coach. He is a good NHL coach, and I wish him well. His family was a big part of is a big part of his success and dynamic, and we're going to wish them well in everything they do moving forward. It came from a decision of our team really just not performing to the level of expectations that we have grown to appreciate as a fan of the sporting community here. And, for me, I had to change course. It's not generally been my nature to not enter into a relationship. I've worked with a lot of people over an extended period of time, unless they've gone on to other situations. And in Monty's case, we had entered into extension talks, couldn't find a deal based on what we had offered, and then when the underperformance of the team reared its head for 20 games, I had to make a decision. And moving forward, that rests with me now. From a personnel standpoint, and the players themselves, they have to understand that they're not where they need to be, and we're either going to get back there or there'll be continued changes across the board. So, we've placed Joe in a position now here to get his hands on the steering wheel. Joe's well equipped to be able to do this and lead this group. Institutional knowledge for a number of years of teams that have been successful and where it needs to get back to be successful. He's interviewed around the league for other jobs, and he's well equipped to handle it. And the staff will be as it is for right now, but I don't rule out that we won't bring in somebody to complement this group.
Johnny, the Bruins' struggles seem right now seems pretty wide ranging when you look at the stats and the performance in all these areas. Are there a couple of things you look at right now and say these are the areas that need to be improved, or these are the problem areas, or this is what needs to get turned around?
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around the fact that you've got maybe upwards of 10 players off of what their norms would be, not even their high side of things, if you go back a year ago. So that's concerning, and that's been part of this, especially teams, which has been a pretty strong staple of our organization for a number of years, and they're well underwater, and we have to get back to address it. A lot of the same personnel, so that's a little confusing at times to realize that we're not executing what the pre-scout is going to be, and that again falls back on the players in a lot of ways. The 5-on-5 and the expected, how we look at things and what we're generating, it puts a lot of pressure on your team when you're not tight, especially teams-wise. We've taken way too many penalties, so we've been undisciplined in that regard. We're putting a lot of pressure, on that part of our game. We've looked at outside of a couple of games, be it Carolina and Dallas, where our expected stuff in a generation, even the other night in the first period, we make some colossal mistakes, but we should have probably scored in some situations. We haven't finished. And that needs to come back online to have success, but you can't put the undue pressure on your 5-on-5